Hey everyone, it's Jeannie from A1 Vacuum and Sewing, and I'm getting ready to finish off sending holiday wishes. And all that I have left to do is attach the binding and the embellishments. I would recommend doing the embellishments first. That way you can sew through just the top layer and you don't have to have tie-offs for the threads that you're using. So, a couple of things I'm going to be doing. Number one, I'm going to do rhinestones. That's right. I actually practiced just before I came on, and I added some like right here on the little stars. It doesn't call for them, but I thought, oh yeah, let's go ahead and check that out. So I did that. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be sewing this on. It's going to go down here on the letter. And I looked for my DMC floss at the store and couldn't find any. I think I've given everything to Violet. So I pulled these out. Wonderful does such a great job with their specialty thread. I don't know if anyone has specialty thread as wonderful as Wonderful, but these are a combination of Glamour, Dazzle. Actually, this is Zazzle. This is Dazzle. This is, and then I do have ones that don't have the sparkle, which is just Razzle. And then this is embroidery floss. So this is Robeson Anton embroidery floss. I thought I could tie it on with that too. But in the end, I thought I would go with either this one or this one. So the Glamour Dazzle's an 8-weight thread. The Glamour is a 12-weight thread, so it's a little bit thinner. And I think I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to tie it through the front and the back, down again, back up, and then just knot it in the front. And I thought that would look absolutely adorable. So we have two different presents that are going to go, two different cards. Gotta find the other one, right? So let me get this out of the way. I'm going to use this one. And then I am going to do the rhinestones. Let me plug in my rhinestone setter, which is this right here. So I've had this for a long time, maybe like 7-8 years. Today was the first time I used it. So it is a rhinestone setter. It comes with these different tips for different size rhinestones. I'm going to be using these, and I think these are a 3mm, and that's what I was using. That's the tip I have in there right now. And we could go ahead and set those first. So let's go ahead. I think we're just putting the rhinestones right here on the little berries. And the berries are so cute even without it. You could just go ahead and start dazzling other things here. So I did the little stars. You could, like, I was thinking I could put them in like the O, or like the O's of the wording here, of those letters. You could put them on the ends of the snowflakes. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want with them, but I'll go ahead and follow the instructions, and I'm going to bling up. Let me see if we can do this. I'm going to bling up the rhinestones on the berries. So let me go ahead and open these up. I try to just push this down on top and pick them up like that, but I don't think that's how you're supposed to do them. So I think what you're supposed to do, because remember, I'm still new at this, is, and you want to get the ones that say Hot Fix, because the Hot Fix ones are the ones that have glue on the back. Or you could glue them down if you wanted. Actually, I don't know if these are glue down ones or if these are Hot Fix ones. So if they're not Hot Fix ones, honestly, I didn't even look to see. But I'm going to try and glue them down. So, and I'm just going to drop it down here into the tip. And hopefully that is glue on there. And then it should get, wait, let me see if I can put my hand by this to make it focus for you. Sorry, let me zoom out. Okay, so you see that? It's supposed to, the glue will melt from this tip being so hot. I'm probably doing this wrong, because it doesn't stay in there. I'm finding it doesn't stay in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and hopefully that stays down. Yeah, he stayed down. I was thinking you could just go over here and put this down like this and pick it up, but it doesn't work like that. So I'm going to grab this. I think there's like special tweezers that do a better job than these, but okay, so let it just sit in there and get hot in the tip. I'm trying to see if that'll focus there. And then I feel like the glue kind of changes a little bit. And then I've been putting this sideways and just holding it to the project. Oh yeah, it gets all melty. Yeah, and all not hot fix, they're not all created equal. Like I bought these in a like cheapy set. They're not nearly as sparkly as the ones I just laid down, the ones that came in the kit. Those are super sparkly. So you want to put it sparkly side down. It'll just rest in here. Just let it sit in there. The glue will get melty. You can kind of see it start to change on the top. It looks like a little wetter. I don't know how else to explain it, but it looks like a little glossier. And then I think you're ready. And you're just going to go ahead. I'm scared it'll fall out if I try and just turn it over and lay it down. Oh my goodness. And I didn't set them perfectly. I'm still new at this. So, but I'm not worried about it. Still looks absolutely gorgeous. If you pick it up and you look at it and you're like, oh my God, it is not straight. Don't you say a word to me. I'm just going to enjoy that. I'm finally doing rhinestones. And after I do this, I guess I'll be ready to do pumpkins and potions because I haven't done my rhinestones on there either. Okay, gonna let that glue. Oh my goodness, I just love it. This sparkle, and that sparkle here. Okay, here's the sparkle of those. See how shimmery they are? Here are the ones that I got in that set, and they're just, I mean, they're like glass, but they don't have that same shimmer. Okay, this I think is ready. Okay, I'm getting better. Better, that was better that time. Oop. I wonder if I think the ones that Michelle uses are like they're the locking ones. And they have more of the like, do you see the serrated teeth? So they're more like that. These are my hemostats. So let me see if these work. Use whatever works. I'm sure you have something in your stash. All right, I got 3 more to do. Ooh, ooh. Oh, see, that just, don't touch any of this metal stuff. You will burn yourself. I don't know that. Usually when I tell you stuff like that, it's from experience, and I don't know that from experience. I just know that I'm scared to touch it. Here, is that better? Oh, he's not quite. I think you can move it a little bit if you do it with this on, because it'll melt it a little bit more. I'm going to try again to pick it up. Oh yeah, picked up. Did you see that? I just like set it down on it and it picked it up. So maybe it's just practicing it in technique And again, I'm waiting for this back part to look like a little wet and glossy. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. Let's get that dog hair out of there. There's a little bit of Poppy and Momo in every quilt. There. Okay. Done. And it looks amazing. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm seriously, I know that is no big deal. So there's an on-off button back here, which I didn't find right away. I was like, why is this thing not getting hot? Love it. I love that. I finally used my rhinestone setter. Okay, these were really, really good. These weren't as spot on, but they're glimmery and shimmery. And then I added these, which just look like plain glass. So, you get what you pay for, right? So buy the nice ones. Okay. I mean, it's still, I think everything just still looks amazing, but those sparkly ones look so good. I'm going to add this next. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of it. I have so much of this, so I'm not going to really worry about it. And here are my scissors. And I'm not even going to tie a knot because I'm going to tie it through a couple of times. I wonder if this eye is too big. I'm going to try it. All right. I'm going to even out my ends. And like I said, I'm not even going to tie a knot because I'm going to go through this top part. Let me place it first and then we'll push it through. Right there looks good. And I can get through these. I'm going to go through the top layer. Okay. That looks like what? Looks like it's pretty far apart. Further than that. I'm going to go back up through here. That is not even. Hang on, let me even these out. And I want to leave enough of a tail that I can tie a knot, just for the way I'm doing it. Because I'm going to go back through one more time and back up one more time, and then I'm going to tie it. And you can do it any way you want, right? There's no right or wrong way to tie this on. You just do it whatever way looks beautiful to you. I need this long enough that I can tie it though. Okay, I'm going to go back up one more time. I'm going to push this through let me look from the back side. You definitely want it to be on straight. I'm going to go down one more time to try and get that straightened out. He's a little crooked. There we go. I can see the hole. Okay. Looks good. Now I'm just going to tie it off. Maybe I'll tie it one more time, just so it has a hardy knot. Hopefully there's enough fray to make it look decorative, right? That's what that was the look I was going for. Hopefully it looks decorative enough. And I'm going to fray that thread. I've seen people do it and it looks so beautiful, but I've never done it myself. So hopefully it looks pretty. I'm going to fray it. Needs a little haircut. I don't know if it looks gorgeous, but it's good enough for me. Okay, last thing I'm going to tie off, or I'm going to sew on, is going to be the button that goes in the upper part and that's sticking out a little bit. Hang on. Okay, I couldn't find the one I was looking for, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use this one because they gave you two, and I didn't see where it was being used anywhere else, and they just want it to kind of be sticking out a little bit. You kind of lose the little present here, which makes me sad. I almost want to just sew it on so you can see the button. You know what I mean? Should I just do that? I know it's not in the pocket, but it's so cute. Like, you just want the lettering, don't you? Or should I put it up? I'll put it like that. And it's going to cover a little bit of the letter, but you got to just take advantage of it. All right, now for this one, maybe I will use this thread instead because it's thicker. So I got some of these samples when I signed up, and we carry some of the Wonderful products at the store, and I'm a big fan of them. Okay. You don't want to cut your thread, but come on. Here we go. Is this genie proof? Okay, it's a little bit thicker. So with this, maybe I'll just go up and down once, but I think I'll get more fray, which is what I'm looking for. And gonna need that big-eyed. So this is a 8 weight. And as the number gets bigger, the thread gets thicker. Let's see if I can get this through. Let's try the other side. I think I got it this time. I did. Okay. Same thing. Let's go down and up a couple of times. It looks so cute. And I'm just going through the top layer right there. I'm going to go down through here first. There we go. That's through the satin stitch. It's a little thick there. You know, this is a good time for needle nose pliers. There we go. Got it. And let's see if I put this through and that makes it easier. There we go. I got a hole right there in the back. All right. I'm going to go down and through one more time. It's going to be a little hard because I'm going through that satin stitch, but I want it kind of near the edge. Make it look really cute. Okay, I'm going to go back up one more time. And then I'm going to tie it off. Hang on. We'll go this edge first. Oh, that looks really cute. And I really, might need a little drop of glue on there to hold it. So I'm going to have to see what I have for clear glue. Because you don't want that to come undone, right? Not after all of that trouble. Hang on. I'm going to get some glue. When in doubt, use E6000. Although, you know, they don't make this one anymore, which is so obnoxious, right? This is like their fray block. And I'm going to put a little glue down here too, because you don't want this one to come undone. And this will dry clear. Ooh, it looks cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, those are sewed on. They look adorable. And my rhinestones are on. Last thing I have to do is sew on my binding. My binding is ready to go. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Let me clean this up. I'll be right back. Okay, I also forgot to tie on my cutie patootie bow. So let's do that as well. Sometimes, to be honest with you, I will, I'll use my, hang on a second. I'll use my, I'll just glue it down. I had to turn off the TV. I think Poppy laid down on the remote control. I mean, I was filming the other day and I just left the TV on. I was like, hang on. That was entirely unprofessional. Okay, I don't know if you know how to tie a knot like this. I did not know how to do this until, I learned how to do this in my maybe 30s. So what you do is you take your thread, match the ends, just like this, right? And then maybe I could zoom in on this so you can see this. Ooh, that's close, huh? Sorry, my nails look horrible. All right, maybe I need the dark background. Okay, here are my two ends. You lay your ends to the right. Lay your needle down on top of it and wrap it. One, that's a double knot. That's a triple knot. And then you squeeze it here and just take the needle and pull it up through. And then you have a nice beefy knot on the end. Do you see that? So, I don't know. I just love that. And I didn't know how you did that. I would tie a knot and then tie a knot and try to push it down on the first knot. But it's so easy. Again, I already have my knot here, so I'm not going to do it. But here's the end sticking out. You put this down on it so it's like a cross. Like your thread's going this way with the tail here and your point of your needle up. And you just wrap it. So that's 1 knot, 2 knots, 3 knots. And then you squeeze it on the needle and just pull it through. I'm not going to do it because I already have a knot there. But just a way to get a nice beefy knot. Okay. This I'm just going to sew on. And does it go at the top or does it go in that little circle? I guess it doesn't matter, but I think it's more in the circle right here. Here's my bow, and I kind of clipped it so it looks adorable. And I'm going to just sew this down. So here, I'm just going to catch some threads right here. Or it's just going to be thick going through, that's all. This the needle's smaller. The one I'm using right now is smaller than the one I was using before, because that thread was heavy. And now I'm just using regular, this is just embroidery thread actually. All right, I'm going to come through. What's the prettier side? I think this one. So I'm going to sew it through the back of this part right here. And we'll go back down through here, and I'll go through a couple of times. Of course, it would be easier not to go through the thread, but looks like that's how they have it. Now do some thread management, make sure it's not wrapped around. There we go. Let's just go through another time or two. I'm going to grab my needle nose pliers. Hang on. These will just make it so much easier. Whoop, wrong direction. Oh, did you just see that? I just broke my needle. I don't think I've ever done that. Okay, you get the gist. I'm just going to actually, because of that, I think I'm just going to tie them off right now. So I'm going to tie this one off. And then, 1, 2, 3. A triple knot here too. I'll bring it down to the base right here. Put my finger on it, pull it, and just be done with it. And I'm going to put some, let's put this where it's not going to hurt anyone. Throw that away in a minute. And then I'm going to put a little glue on the back of this too. And we'll just call it good. Mine's not going in the laundry, so it should be okay. That's just a little fray block. And we should be good. So here's the bow. Looks adorable. I'm going to go to the machine and we're going to sew on the binding. Okay, I'm set up at my machine. I was using my projector to sew my binding strips together. I'm just going to sew with stitch 103, which is a straight center stitch. I'm going to leave it at 2.5. If I was piecing, I'd go down to 1.8. Here are my binding strips. They're already put together, and I'm using pine to sew it on. I'm going to sew it onto the back side and then pull it around to the front, because the front's the side that you want to look really pretty. So let's go ahead, thread her up. I am a start on the bottom right kind of girl. I've heard some people start top left because that's where your eye doesn't go. But I don't know. I've just always liked doing the bottom right. So I'm going to sew actually the bottom right of the back side. And I like to leave probably about like 8 inches or something like that. I also cut my binding strip down to 2 1/4. Did we cut that when we prepped, or did it come to us already 2 1/2? But 2 1/2 to me is too much. I don't like that. I like about 2 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this on. And then I'll show you how I do my joint. And then we are done. A non-UFO. Oh my God. Let's celebrate. Whoop. I do not like going fast. I go slowly for this kind of stuff because I go, you know what? It's the end. You've made it this far. Don't rush. Make it gorgeous. I'm going to sew so that one. Okay. And then I like to turn and sew into the corner. And sew off. I'm going to cut. Okay, now I'm going to take my binding strip. I'm going to fold it to the right so it makes a straight line with this edge. And then I'm going to fold it to the left so we have a nice corner. A nice mitered corner. And then turn counterclockwise. Here we go. And I don't clip, but you can clip. I just kind of lay it next to it. I feel like, am I going to get in trouble? Is this like doing it wrong? Every time I tell my quilting coach what I do, I get a head shake. And I use the markings on my foot. If you see this first red line, that first one here, that's a 1/4 inch from the needle. So once my fabric is even with that, here, let's see if you can see it. And I'm eyeballing, of course. You can't totally see it. But right here, that with this fabric, that's going to be a 1/4 inch. I rather under sew it than over sew it. So let me go zoom back out. You don't want to go too far in. Okay, to the right, like that. To the left, rotate your fabric counterclockwise. Sometimes I get a little bit of push, and I could change my foot pressure, but I don't feel like doing that, so just going to start in a little bit. 2 sides, well, actually, side and a 1/4 done. If you want your binding strips a little bit beefier, like if you want it to look beefier, Michelle does she's got a fantastic video. And I think she cuts her binding strips 1 7/8 to do it. I always have to watch the video again. I'm like, what did she cut it to? It's like one of my favorite bindings videos of all times. Okay, watch that red line and watch the edge of your fabric. You want to get about a 1/4 inch, maybe one more stitch. Oop, I might have oversewn that, but. To the right, to the left, nice sharp corner, turn. And I know everyone has a different way that they do their join. Oh, did you? I was like, why is it so thick there? I'm going to fold these down because I don't want those to get sewn in. But for a second I thought, oh no, what's along for the ride? You know, when you have something that's along for the ride and then it gets sewn down. It's always the worst. Okay, we're going to watch that red line there in the edge of our fabric. You want to sew. Okay, that should be good. And I'm using my auto lift button. So every time I take my foot off the foot control, it automatically lifts for me. That's this button right here. If that's your auto lift. Just turn that on. It's going to raise your presser foot for you. If you don't have that feature, you need it. Get a machine that has it. It's just like it's the best. If you don't have it, but you have a knee lift, you can always use your knee lifter too. And the knee lifter, I use my knee lifter sometimes. I have a PQ 1500, the predecessor to the PQ 1600. And there is no auto lift. It's mechanical machine. So I use my knee lifter, and like it just lets you be hands-free and lift your foot. Okay, we're coming in hot. We're getting ready to do our join. I always find that I sew too close and then I have to rip out some stitches. And that's okay. Okay, I'm going to stop right about here. I've got, what do you say, maybe 6 inches, 7 inches. So you're going to cut off, well, this is what I do. Michelle does it and her way is so much better. And then every time I watch it, my brain just can't wrap around it. So I just do this easy way. So I'm going to cut off a piece of my binding strip. I'm going to fold this up, and it's too long, of course. I'm going to cut off this end right here. We don't want that in there anyways. I'm going to make sure everything is nice and taut. I'm going to lay this down. So open this up. Lay it so the edge is even with the binding strip on the bottom. And then pull this down. And then you're going to cut it right here. And that is going to be, your binding strip's going to be perfect. Sometimes I'll undercut it a little bit. I'll make a little bit smaller because I want it to be nice and tight. And I don't want it to be baggy at all. So I'm like a 1/16 of an inch. And it's not totally straight. Don't worry about it. You can just ease all of that in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And I'm probably going to have to rip out some of those stitches because you want a little bit of extra here. You need a little bit of extra room. And then I like to use my clips. Whoops, don't cut your fabric underneath. I'm just going to pull out these stitches. I would get 2 pins. You know, I'm a magic pin kind of girl. Let me grab some. What was I looking for? Okay, I need my clippy clips. To make this easier to sew together, I like to take the fabric here and just kind of bend it over like this. This will make it easier. And I'm going to clip these. I haven't done binding in a video in a long time, so I do that. And now this, the one on the top, you're just going to open it up so the right side of the fabric is facing up. Just like that. The one on the bottom, you're going to open up and you're going to put the right side of the fabric face down. And when you sew these two together, just imagine that this square here is the United States. You are going to sew from Seattle to Miami this way. Don't sew this way. It's not going to open up right. You're going to sew from the top left to the bottom right. Okay? I always call it Seattle to Miami. And I do, like, I'm not a big pinner, but I will pin this just to, because you don't have a lot of room. You don't want everything moving around. Magic pins are my favorite, and I like the fine or extra fine. These are the patchwork ones, and I think these are fine. They could be extra fine. We're going to sew from here to this diagonal to this little point. I am going to turn on my projector on my machine. That's this upside down cone. And I'm also going to change out my foot. These are so easy to change out. Just push down. And I'm going to put on this one. You could do your open toe too. Open toe would be a good one for right now. All right. Remember, Seattle to Miami. Don't go the other direction. You'll just be ripping out your stitches. And there you can see my projected line. I'm going to kind of eyeball it. The new machine, I think that the line starts in the back and goes all the way forward. It's going to be huge, which I'm so excited about. I don't know about you, but from the Dream Machine and the Destiny, I'm going to backstitch this a little bit. We lost a little bit of that projected line. And you never want to lose anything, right? So now we're going to have so much more. There, I can kind of see where it's going on the other side. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah, I was just sewing right through it, right over it. I'm going to grab that. Take your time. You're saving time by not having to pin, right? So take your time. Make it look good. All right, so that's sewn. I'm going to go ahead and cut about 1/4 of an inch to the right. Does not have to be perfect. I'm just going to open it up, and I'm going to finger press it flat. When I say finger press, I mean fingernail press. How can you just finger press and get it to stay like nice and flat? There's some there's no dog ears. I was going to say there's dog ears there. And then you take these clips off, open this up, and perfection. And let's go ahead and sew that down. Wasn't that fun? Okay, change out your foot. Put your 1/4 inch back on. I'm going to start a little bit beyond here. And we're going to be stitching it down, so don't even worry about back stitching. Oh my God, am I going to get in trouble for that? Just make sure it's lined up on the edge. 1/4 inch all the way down. Did a little back stitch there. Okay, we're going to sew it to the front. I'm going to turn off my projector so it doesn't make your eyes crazy. There we go. Should I make this like a little brighter? Let's see. I don't know how. Focus enhancer on. I don't know how to make brighter on, so we'll just leave it. I just do the best I can, right? Be careful for that. Let's go ahead. I'm going to start over here, and I'm just going to wrap it around, and I'm just going to stitch it down. So if you want to do something fancy, the fanciest stitch I like to do is I like to do this stitch right here, which is a triple single. And it's just a little more interesting than just a straight stitch. So let's go ahead and do that, and then I'll show it to you. And Donna Rash showed that stitch to me, and she was an educator at this store, and she's so amazing. Everything she does, I want to do. So let's go ahead and now just pick a line to focus on. So you could clip it if you want. So you don't have to be doing what I'm doing. But what I like to do a lot of times is just get the very edge of my fabric right there, like where I can just kind of see it. And then I just sew. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. I feel like every time I finish something, I need to celebrate because not a lot of finishing happens in this room. Sage is here. Sage is a finisher. Yeah. Say hi, Sage. Oops, they're seeing all the mess. There she is. Sometimes Sage will come over and she'll be like, okay, what do you need finished? And then she finishes stuff. And I'm always like,
before I start working again.
Yeah, that's before. Now Sage works again, so she doesn't have time to finish up my mess. Uh-oh. You know what I needed to do? I needed to use my, I'm just going to cut. I needed to use my stiletto, and I needed to, okay, let's see if you can see that. Can you see that? Do you see how it's triple, single, triple, single? Just more interesting. I usually don't do it this way, but here we go. Where's my stiletto? My favorite one is this one. It's Tulip Pink. Who doesn't love Tulip Pink? And I want that point to be nice and okay, let's see what we got there. I don't even know if I caught that, but we're just going to go with it. And I'll catch it on this side. Sorry, I was talking and not thinking. Sometimes that happens. Sage, what are you working on? You knitting?
Beading.
Show me what you're doing. Okay, some of you might not know this, but Sage is like a published beader. You're probably a published everything. She's like one of those people that will inspire you. Everything she does, everything that Sage does, I do. Because I want to be cool like Sage. Okay, let's see what Sage has in here. Oh my God, we need a break from this, right? Oh, look at this. Look what Sage has been making. She's getting ready for
bracelets.
I want one.
But I'm going to put them on leather.
Are they going to be Christmas presents?
Maybe. If I
Can I pick one? I want to pick one.
I want to put them on leather.
Will I get it one?
One.
Okay. Those are gorgeous. Oh, man. So, those of you who don't know me and don't know Sage, you'll know Sage because if you watch the videos, because I talk about her all the time. But Sage and I met in middle school. How long have you been friends then? So we met in what?
We were 6th grade.
Were we like 12?
10.
Oh
right?
my God.
11,
Oh my
10.
God. We've been friends for like 40. That's
years.
crazy.
44 years.
And she and I have always crafted together. And then she always makes cool stuff. And then I'm like, I want to make that. So I'm Sage's copycat.
No, you do everything and I don't do anything.
No, and then Sage and I, I'll be, someday Sage and I are going to live in the same town. All we're going to do is make stuff together. Yeah. Because you need that friend that gets you motivated and inspired. Oh, wait. Shoot. Did you see that? I'm not even paying attention again because I'm thinking about those beautiful bracelets Sage made. Okay. So I'm going to bend this forward. Usually I just do it like this. So hopefully I'm going to catch it. I'm a little more planned than this. Okay. I think that's where I need to turn. Hopefully I got it. We'll see. Oh my God, Sage, those were beautiful. Are you guys inspired? Do you want to... Chapter 2, Beading with Sage. That's going to be the next round. Oh, and she is the most... I know you have friends that are great knitters, but... Sorry, my friend's better. Or you guys are great knitters. Sage is like an incredible knitter too. Okay, let me get this back.
Yeah, me.
Did you see my Sage hats that I wore when I lost all my hair? But I wore them before that anyways. Like, my favorite hat of all times. Oh, man. Is this one of the bunnies?
Yeah.
Here, we're going to inspire you to do
The new
everything. This is the new bunny?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so
it looks
here's...
like the old bunny, but
No, it
it's
doesn't
a
look
black
like the
and-
old
black
bunny.
and white bunny.
Is
A
there
white-
another bunny?
No, it's the same bunny. It's
Is this
white with
beautiful
black
or
spots.
what?
It's
So,
white with black spots, but then it turns gray.
oh my God, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. My all-time... Wait, what's going on? Is this... Oh, for a minute, this was
Yeah, you
upside
gotta
down. So I
concentrate.
thought everything had turned upside down. So Sage had... How long did you have Twitchy?
Like 8 years or something. Neighbor's dog ate her.
Yes. So Sage, you're gonna have to just come on the live feed. But so Sage had an Angora. It was an Angora bunny, right? English Angora bunny, and his name was Twitchy. And then Sage would brush and then spin Twitchy's hair, and
That's so cute.
I have Twitchy hats. So, and they're my favorite hats of all time. Are you coming to see this special stitch?
What stitch is it?
So this is, see how it's a, you can't even tell. It's a triple single. You can kind of see it back here. So, but sometimes I'll do this stitch and I'll use variegated thread, or you do it on a binding that's not as busy so you can see it. And I encourage you to check it out. Okay, this is my third corner, so I'm going to be more prepared this time. I'm not going to wait till the last minute to turn everything. Like, how about we do it now?
Yeah.
We'll do it now. Am I focusing? Watch out for your bow. You don't want that to get sewn in and sewn down in a way you don't want. And then this. This is actually a good time to clip, you know? So this doesn't move and everything stays together. But why clip when you can just stiletto? I think I'm there. Oh my God, we've got like a corner. Here we go. Watch out for that gorgeous bow. I'm feeling pretty good because, okay, I never get everything I want to get done, but I started the tiling scene, did some videos. I'm finishing this. I am going to finish up my July mini quilt and my August. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, I know it's September. And you know what that means? I'm so ahead of the game because July isn't for a long time and I'm getting it done now. That's how I'm going to look at it. So I'm not behind. I'm ahead. I'm not a loser. I'm a winner. Sometimes I feel like a loser at finishing. Actually, yeah, no, I'm a loser at finishing. I am a winner at starting. I don't know if many people can rival my ability to start. Sage is a starter and a finisher. So she's a winner on both fronts. Sage, you know what I need help with? Finishing. No. I need help finishing my North American, that quilt, the Afghan. I think I did all of them, and then I don't know how to put them together. But that can wait until I'm retired, and you and I it needed a little assistance underneath the belt. Okay, be careful not to stretch this, because you don't want a lump when you get to where it's all coming together. So where I'm really lining up is I'm lining up this edge with this line right here. So use those lines on your foot. They can help you have a better quality finished product. So was this a video of like do's and don'ts? My videos are always do's and don'ts. Hopefully you got some good do's. I'm sure there's times people watch them and they're like, oh, I can't believe she did that. There we go. Almost around. This is really cute. All right. Pretty cute, huh? Can you believe it? We got it done. Did the bow. Oh, that can come undone. The present, look how cute that is. So adorable. Our rhinestones. And this is sending holiday wishes, Kimberbell's wall gallery for Quilty Christmas. And I'm going to work on finishing. I'm also going to finish Quilty Wishes. So lots to do. I will see you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.